It is a business. So, if that feels weird to you, if that feels icky, this is not just a business though. It's a passion. So it has to be something that you wholeheartedly want for yourself, your family, and that you want for others. So, which remember, again, all levels of coaching, all levels are important. It's not to say that if someone's a hobbyist and is only inviting a few people every month is any less than someone who's working on themselves, right? Because honestly, if we are not working on ourselves, each and every one of us, even if we are a level 3 coach, then you're not really doing anybody any justice. So guys, please make sure that you are following the vital behaviors. You must be working on yourself, being proof of the product. You must be consistently inviting. You must be working on your personal development and feeding your mind just as much as you are your mouth, your body, your fitness, everything. And you must start recognizing others. Guys, this takes a practice, just like working out, right? Everything that we do takes practice. And if you're not reaching out and recognizing the people on your team for their efforts, right? And expecting nothing in return yourself, right? Then you have to get your mind in focus. You have to want this more for others than you do for yourself, okay? It's really, it's honestly where your focus needs to be, okay? So if you have a coach on your team who wants this more than you do, that's reason, right? That's reason to be supportive and plugged in and showing up and keeping them informed. If you don't have those people who want to build yet, don't worry about it, okay? Keep working on yourself. Keep doing what you can to be consistent by example. Just like in your fitness. If you're consistent in your fitness, you're going to get results. If you're consistent in your business, people are going to see your progress and your small successes over time. Okay, so, and they're going to naturally see your personal development as well. I know recently Gina was acknowledged by David when she was speaking on a Diamonds call that we have, where he said, wow, Gina, you've come such a long way in where you are in the way you talk. And it's true, but that doesn't come naturally. It doesn't come with success. It comes with personal development. Okay. So make sure that you are feeding your mind positive affirmations. Get those quotes out, write them on the mirror. I don't care what you do. Put them on Post-it notes, put them all over the world, all over the room, the house, but stop making fun of yourself. Stop making excuses of or making fun of your obstacles. Your obstacles are real. Okay. If you want to use those things as excuses, let them go, because that's what you're going to attract. Okay. So remember, make sure, if anything, you are doing those 4 vital behaviors and you are working on you. Okay. So we got some things coming up this month. First things first, Shaun T Week. Okay. Big old challenge group. Includes the 3-day refresh. The group is going to open on June 5th as a prep week. Okay. The actual 3-day refresh will start on the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, before we begin Shaun T Week on the 12th. Now, Shaun T is going to release his new program. We don't really know what it entails other than T25 and insanity-like workouts, where he's going to release one every single day, and then thereafter that he's going to release the program. Okay. So here's how I've presented it to my challengers, and this is how you can present it to yours, is in order to participate in Shaun T Week and the rest of the challenge group, they don't necessarily have to do Shaun T's program for the entire length of the challenge group, because the challenge group is a full, with prep week, 5 weeks long. So you have prep week, you have Shaun T week, and then you have 3 weeks after that. So if someone decides after Shaun T week that they want to continue with T25, well, that's okay. Okay? So the 9th begins a 3-day refresh. The 12th is Shaun T week. And then after that, they can do any program they want for 3 weeks. Now, if they are doing this program, we are going to be a super, I forget what we called it, like an epic sweat fest. We are combining with all of Team Perseverance, and we are having one large mega group. Okay. What we will do is with your coach, or you can combine with a coach, or you could do this on your own if you have your own challengers participating. We are going to do the challenge tracker app. So I have all of my challengers and my personally sponsored coaches in one challenge group that I will keep track of. Now, for example, Kara. If Kara has a couple of, Kara's my personally sponsored coach. If she has a couple of challengers who want to participate in this, but she only has, let's say you have 2, right, who want to do this. You don't have to run your challenge track by yourself. If you want, you just combine into the group so that we can keep everybody in track together. I want this kind of launch, this release, to be just as much of an experience for the coaches, just as much as it is for new challengers. Okay, that's what's fun about launch programs or launch weeks, is that everybody can come together and not necessarily have to worry about running a challenge group. So the challenge group will be run by David and Kristen. However, there is a different Team Perseverance Diamond coach who will be going live every single day about a specific topic. It's going to be fantastic. And we're very excited. For example, Mondays are motivation, Tuesdays about transformation, Wednesdays about something, and the whole, I think it's Wacky Wednesdays. And the point is for us to connect with all different new faces, because again, as coaches, we need to see new faces too, right? And there's a lot of great people out there in our organization at large right now. So that is Shaun T week. Does anybody have any questions around that? Nope. All right. Okay. The second thing is the Diamond Dash. Has everybody seen what I posted about the Diamond Dash? Okay. Guys, we have a lot of groups going on right now, okay? And to make sure that communications are in effort, Lindsay, Allie, Stacy, and I have put together something called the Diamond Dash. What this means is each of us have gone ahead and we've looked at our organizations to say, okay, we're not picking who is going to be in this, okay? You guys are going to choose who wants to do this together. And you're not going to necessarily be accountable to us. However, you will be accountable to the people who are in the group. So twice a week, we're going to be available for one-on-one coaching. What's going to be posted in this small group, okay, is a series called, what was it called, honey? It starts with Diamond. Back when Stacy and I first became coaches, we were exposed to this training. This training has been available to each and every one of you since we've posted it in our coaches' files. Whether you have done it or not, again, sometimes, guys, we can only give you so much, okay? There has been a lot that Stacy and I have had to just totally go and do on our own, because once you become a Diamonds coach, it's about ownership, right? It's about that restaurant that you own that no one's going to come to unless you are responsible for it. No one's going to pay the bills. No one's going to advertise for you. No one's going to, again, it is all you. It's no longer about your friends and family. So we are going to post every single day one of these videos that we were exposed to by some of the top coaches in all of Beachbody. And I'm not talking about like the top 10 elite coaches that seem all beautiful and glamorous and bombshelly. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the coaches that have been with Beachbody. Some of the founding coaches are in this training giving amazing advice. And some of this advice, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, is downright real. It's real, it's raw, and I want you to take lightly and take what you need because it is good stuff, but it's all true. If you want to be a business owner, it's hard. Okay, it's not easy, but everything that we give you, that we've been exposed to, we want to make sure that you have too. So we're going to do this diamond dash, and then we will have team calls twice a week. Now, I was thinking 2 nights during the week because I don't want to oppose on anybody's weekdays or weekends rather. Are Tuesdays and Thursdays okay? Or would you prefer like a Tuesday and a Sunday? And I will give you that option because I want to be fair. Any feedback here? And it may not be you, but it might be one of your coaches that might want to participate in something like this. Anybody have any feedback?
I can certainly hop on Tuesday and Sunday. If it's Tuesday for the next couple of weeks, it might be via phone and driving. Mm-hmm. And then I'll creep back into the house and hop onto the computer. But the first half of the call might be mobile, which is fine.
That's very supportive, Allie. And I want you to know that this isn't an expectation of any other diamond. I'm volunteering my time. Because I want to make sure that everybody at every level, no matter who your personally sponsored coach is that Stacy and I are willing to work with the willing who are willing to work.
Yeah, and I think all of us could use the further education, frankly.
So Tuesdays and Sundays work better?
So can I just ask a question? I'm sorry.
No apologies. Yes, please.
Is this, okay, so the time you're asking about, is that the one-on-one time or is that like a group call time? And how much time are you thinking that
I'm thinking it'll be an hour and it will be group time. It will be whoever hops on the call time.
Okay.
I'm thinking it'll be an hour and this is what has gone through. So there's a couple of things that I would like to take place there. I'm going to post in our coaches page, not the business activity tracker, but something like the business activity tracker. Pretty much things that you should be doing every single day, okay, to generate conversations. And then what I would like to do on Tuesdays and Sunday night is come together and talk about each other's progress. Not necessarily about what we were and were not able to do, but mostly I would expect that people would be doing what they were supposed to be doing, but more or less talking about objections that they're receiving, how to go about certain situations. I have a coach that I've received, this way we can talk out, share experiences, because if you don't know already, Lindsay and I have been in a training with Carl, and there has been a tremendous amount of information given there, and there's a lot of noise, but there's a lot of goodness. And we've been trying to share a little bit at a time in our overall coaches page as well with all of you, but sometimes it can be very overwhelming, and we don't want this to be an overwhelming experience. I truly feel that once we each know what we have to do every single day, it's like you have a checklist, right? I don't know if you go to the supermarket and you write down what you need. It's like, okay, well, maybe I can get these 3 things done in the morning, but these 3 things have to wait till the evening. But as long as they're done by the end of the day and you're posting to the group that you've done it, then we're good, right? And it's about creating consistent habits.
So the way that you have that formatted, is that going to be similar to like the coaches training, basics training, something like where it's its own group, and then there's
Right. So
things posted every day and someone can check
right. So the video.
in.
Yes. I will. It'll be a group. Just like
Okay.
training. Okay. I will post a video every single day. There's not necessarily a call to action. It's consider it business development. Okay. Listen to it in the car. You won't need to be in front of a computer. Consider it as, something you can maybe even, I'll be honest with you, that's how I get it. I listen to many of these coaches on an airplane. I listen to them in the car.
Right. Do you think it's appropriate for new coaches? Is that something that is, is it?
I think it's appropriate for anybody who wants to learn this business.
Okay. Now,
I also think if it's a brand new coach, okay. For example, we have a couple of we have a couple of very, very brand new coaches who have already gone through Coach Basics training by themselves because they looked it up and they banged it out, right? And this is what they want. So remember, the way we deliver information is so that it's convenient for the busy person. But we're all busy. But sometimes when you know, when you're ready, So
ultimately, it comes down to, you ask what kind of coaches. It comes down to a coach who wants to work the business, right? Because a coach who just signed up for the discount, and there's nothing wrong with that, right?
No.
But the point is, someone who signed up for a discount is not going to work the business. So they're not going to follow, they're not going to go through the training, if you will.
Right.
So to me, it's for people who want to work the business. People on this call, people like you are going to want to be part of this group.
Right. And but I have someone who's interested in the business part, but she is fairly a new coach. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't give her, I want to make sure I give her the right information. So she is doing the basics training right now and she's fired up about it. So I think she would be appropriate. I just want to make sure. Okay.
Knowing who this person is, I would say yes, it would be completely appropriate.
Okay.
And tell her, like, some of the stuff is going to be it's some of the way some of these coaches talk are intense and raw, and in the essence of this is for them, it has become $1 million business. So they are telling people to get there, you got to work your ass off. Okay. We have tried very hard from the very beginning to let people understand that we will present things to you in a timely manner, but at the end of the day, the results that you are going to get all come down to you. Okay? If and that's it. That's at the end of the day, that's what this all is. And so these coaches have surpassed all of that and they're still working hard. Right? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is wholeheartedly working to serve others. And that's what we do. And if that's a passion for anybody, then yes, this group is right for them. Okay. So that will be the Diamond Dash. And I
have one more question.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Is Thursday and Sunday an option, just to give people like one weekend and then one weekday? But Sunday and Tuesday seems like real close together. You only have one day to do an additional training before you may have new questions. Does that make sense?
It's true. But I guess it's the same way the other way around.
I
like Tuesdays. I like Tuesdays because Wednesdays, from a business aspect, is a closing day.
Gotcha.
That's why I like Tuesdays, because if somebody's talking to someone on Tuesday and they want to know what to say to them to close it by Wednesday, we can. Right. That's the logistics thing. That's it. Okay. So I'm sorry, Stacey, go ahead.
I read 3 books over the last 10 days, and my favorite book, well, I listened to 2 of them. I what was the first one that, the subtle art of not giving a FUCK, the 5-second rule. And the third one, which I read 2.5. The third one is called fanatical prospecting. And for someone like me, I'm an engineer, I'm not a marketing, I'm not a sales guy, but it's set up perfectly for my mentality of, I love metrics, right? And what the whole premise of this book is, well, just a little bit of history real quick. I will be very fast with this, Shaun. Is you always want to be filling your pipe. What does that mean? You always want to be filling, or you always want to have a full pipeline of people. And I don't mean that as a number. People are not numbers to me. People are people. But the point is if you do not have a full pipe, 3 months down the road, you're going to be scratching for invites, for conversations and stuff like that. So, and what does it have to do with this for this training? Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. If we were to say a Thursday would be a prospecting party, meaning for people who are just new, of okay, how do I go about adding to my pipe? How do I add people to my list? How do I start new conversations? In this book, of course, it should be a daily thing. But if there are new coaches who don't know, like, oh, how do I
make
start
new
a conversation?
friends?
Honestly, in the end, I want to say it comes down to numbers, which I truly believe in. You just have to always be adding to your list. And that's what they mean by always keeping a quality pipe full of people.
Well, and I think it also has to do, like, when you think about your friends and family, like the people that many people start out with, that's when you go beyond your friends and family and you start having conversations with people who are not your friends and family, that's the crossover. That's a crossover between hobbyist and business owner. Mm-hmm. Because now you're truly trying to reach people to serve them. We want to invite our friends and family to our new restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. Because they are going to be our biggest cheerleaders. They're going to be our biggest supporters, maybe not. But the point is that, of course, you're going to always look to invite your friends and family. But after that, how do you reach? We're going to talk about how do we reach people outside of our network. And this is a great segue right now, as Stacey mentioned, a pipeline, okay, to this UK launch.
People, like, right, exactly. People who you are talking to right now, new friends, new conversations, think about them as challengers for the fall, not about next week, right?
It would be great if they all signed up for next week.
But any conversation you're having with a new person right now, you got to look 90 days down the road. Obviously, these are maybe more cold market people, but
it's okay.
Yeah, right. Like, I would be adding as a new coach, and this is something I'm looking in hindsight of. Hey, let me add some new friends to my contact list, so that 90 days from now, imagine if you had a conversation with somebody every other day, or every 3 days for 90 days, how much trust you would build in that relationship, right? And so that's why once you get through your quote unquote warm market, I think about Shannon, Lindsay, and Allie. All the work they did in the fall and in the wintertime is paying off now.
Good night.
Good night,
Night,
Sawyer.
Okay, it's time for bed. Say night.
Good night, sucker.
Good night.
Good night.
We love you. Go lie down.
Love you.
For 9 hours.
Just press a button and
Or 10.
that's how you get to say goodnight.
Yep, I just pressed a button and I got them to say goodnight. All right, Bubby, I love you. Go in. Go with Daddy.
Because they're always adding to the list. Like, they Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, I'm sure any day of the week for them is fine. Why? Because they treat it like a business, right? And when they know that, when their children go to sleep or when they have free time, this is my business building time.
Right.
And so again, I was just going to say Tuesdays and Sundays, I think would be perfect for the diamonds to dash to diamonds. And then a Thursday could be not necessarily focus on the training, but.
Well, I don't want to do 3 nights a week because we already have our regular coach call on Mondays.
Gotcha.
But I think Tuesdays and Sundays are adequate. And this will be just for the people. And of course, if their coaches want to hop on, for the people who are going through this, because the goal is to achieve diamond. Potentially, this can be done by summit. Really, we've got about 48 days or 46 days till summit, but it can be done. And
ultimately, why do you want to become diamond? If you're an emerald right now, it's a 25% raise for you right away in terms of cycles. So you go from $14 to $18 per cycle. Maybe 1 or 2 cycles doesn't seem like a lot of money, but when it's 10, 20, 30 cycles, it's $100, 150 times 52 weeks. It's an extra $7,500 a year.
It definitely adds up. And the other thing is that, once you become diamond, it's something that you have to actually work harder for. Okay. It's a make or break moment. It's a decision time. So once you get to diamond and you've worked so hard to get there, you're going to realize it takes what it takes to actually keep it. Okay. And so if you're willing to work for it and get there, then you have to make a decision whether you're ready to keep your doors open for business.
Can I offer a tiny little piece of advice?
Please.
And I don't remember where I heard this. It was a coach, and it was, I'm a constant listener. I'm always listening to videos and whatever, just because that's what I do in the shower. But they said, they were talking about, moving your business up, and how sometimes us as coaches who are wanting to build but don't know how to do it, feel overwhelmed, feel insecure, which I still do on a daily basis, like how to move forward and how to just make the leap. And whichever coach this was, she just said, pretend that you're already there. Like, I'm already that superstar, whatever. I don't even know what half that means, honestly, but I pretty much know as far as what the stars mean. I don't know all the rest of it, but they're like, pretend that you're already that 15-star diamond. How would you act? And how would you treat people? How would you walk? How would you talk? And I would say I took a little bit of that. I could definitely do more, but it definitely kind of changed my mindset a little bit, where I was like, you know what? That person probably felt the same way I did a year ago, or the way I feel now.
Of course they did.
So, yeah.
Of course they did. And and what happens is when you go to summit and you meet some of these superstar coaches, you have some people who are drooling over them, and then you have some others, sort of like Stacey and I, who are like, hey, how are you? And they start talking back, and they're just like just any other person. You're like, yeah, we're all just normal people helping people change their lives. And so we're all people. Get over the levels, but what you have to realize is that it's not real. I don't want to say that there's it all starts with diamond is what happens when you become a diamond coach. You become a business owner, and so you have to really take a good look at yourself and say, am I willing to get there and work hard for it? And then am I willing to work as hard to keep it?
Because they're doing the same exact things that we are, like being in this group with Carl, seeing some of their posts, coaches that we all know, Danielle Natoni,
some of their
that way. Yeah. And they're like, I feel insecure about X, Y, and Z, and I'm struggling today because of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I'm struggling with the same thing. And it kind of makes you realize we all have to do the exact same thing every single day.
I'll never forget when Danielle Natoni said, I freak out on the first of every month. She's like, because I'm back at zero, just like every other coach. And I have this panic attack that I'm not going to be able to inspire as many lives as I did last month. And then I just get to work and it just happens. Every single coach goes through it. Yeah. And then I love the mentality that Miguel has, is that he never puts a number. He never ever says, I'm going to hit Success Club 6 or 5 or 10. He's like, I'm just going to inspire the heck out of as many people as possible. And he's like, there's no limit.
I'm not sure if you guys know anything about variance. Variance is a statistics type of thing where, like poker, you may go in a bad run, right? Let's just say you're playing your hands exactly the same way, but over a month period of time, you just are losing. There could be a period of a month where you could be winning. It's just, in a way, over time, you average out to, if you were to play hands exactly the same way, you would win a certain amount of money. Same thing with invites and conversations. You could have an awesome month where, you hit Success Club 30, 40, 50, whatever, right? But with the same amount of work, you could hit Success Club 5, 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
It all depends upon doing the daily actions consistently. That's the only way.
I have to admit, guys, there are a handful of months where I was in panic mode, where I was like, oh, it's not going to happen.
So back to right. The fanatical prospecting, they have this mathematical way of doing things, and that's how I can relate. And so over the next week, I came up with like a little idea about, 5 invites for new friends every day in the morning, afternoon, and nighttime. So it's 15 per day. I follow up for however many people of saying, hey, thanks for accepting my friend request, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna come up with, at least for a week, what is that number in terms of how many people can I start a conversation with over a week period of time? Mm-hmm. And then eventually the next week can come a little bit of forming, and the week after that is a challenge group invite. So over a month, right? Let's just say that's 15 times 30 is 450 invites, right, for friends per month. Eventually, there's going to become a metric of, okay, on average, I close, quote unquote, 1 out of 10 people that end up being a friend. So if you can do that, and you put the numbers in and you put the how much time does it take me to do 15 invites per month, 15 conversations, whatever it ends up being, you can figure out over time that that's what produces success of 10, success of 20, 30. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that was the connection for me because of the way my brain works. And
he's got a beautiful mind.
Actually, I watched that movie. Over in Japan.
You did?
Yeah. Maybe that was the little thing for me. Yeah.
He used to have a board, guys. He used to have a board. So the Diamond Dash, the goal is to hit Diamond, okay, by the end of July. We won't say necessarily summit, but we will say by the end of July, okay? The concept will be to create consistent habits every single day, okay? So we'll create consistent habits, and some of those habits are going to be adding friends, cold invites. I will say cold invites to five people that you've never messaged before. They will include forming. They will include follow-ups every single day, and your follow-up might be someone that you were talking to last year. Okay, the goal, and this is something that's going to be done every day, including your personal development and so forth. And then my time with you will be to help you get through some of these things constructively. This is not a time for us to get on and be like, but this person's not doing that, and I've done this and done that. Great. Acknowledge, accept, and move on. Okay? That's it. Acknowledge, accept, and move on. Okay? Someone is giving you a hard time? No big deal. Just keep going. Keep inviting somebody else. Every day is a new day. Okay? That person in 2 months from now is going to come back from you, and you have moved on, and you're going to feel so personally rewarded because they came back to you because you didn't hound them. Okay? We want to build trust in people. Okay, so in that relationship building about, setting ourselves up for success a few months from now is this whole UK launch. I do not want you guys to miss this boat, okay? This is a very important thing to get on right now. So I'm asking each of you, if you are on an Instagram platform, awesome. If you are not, get on one, okay? I want you to go ahead and start looking up UK hashtags that are associated with fitness, healthy eating, mums, okay? Because they don't say mom, they say mum. Team Beachbody, it's okay to have UK Team Beachbody, UK Beachbody, and you're allowed up to 30 hashtags, and you're going to put those in your comment sections on all your posts, coinciding with a couple of your favorite hashtags that describe you. Every single post that you post to Instagram should have at least 30 hashtags, okay? You want to do this consistently 3 to 5 times a day, okay? Now, the goal here is to gain attraction, okay? And you're going to start getting followers. And what I have posted we're building relationships here for the next few months, guys. These are not challenge pack sales. This is purely forming, okay? So this is in addition to all of the other stuff that you're doing, but you do not want to miss this boat. So in our coaches page, under the files, I have included a document that has 3 email templates, okay? Make them your own if you want. Here's the number one thing that I suggest. Go to wufoo.com, WUFOO.com, and create a form. It's free, okay? You're allowed 3 free forms. Create a free form that says a welcome message, and feel free to go to my Instagram and copy mine. I don't care, okay? Create a welcome message to all UK people, okay, interested in Team Beachbody and how excited you are. You're going to create an area that says their name, their email address, and then ask them 3 questions. I'm interested in coaching information. I'm interested in challenge group information. I'm interested in your free group. Because what we have created is an open challenge tracker group where we are going to go ahead and add all of our UK prospects, okay?
Quick question for you. Can people in the UK purchase Beachbody products right now?
Yes,
They
can. They can get all Beachbody fitness programs except for supplements. They cannot get supplements right
And
now.
no Shakeology yet, right?
That's considered a supplement.
Okay.
No, they can get Beachbody on demand. But listen, this group isn't about Beachbody on demand, okay? We are prospecting people who want to build a Team Beachbody business. So you're targeting all sorts of people. You're targeting personal trainers. They don't have this opportunity right now. As a matter of fact, however, I will give you this inside information. I just found this out. This past month, May of 2017, Isagenix did go live in the UK. Mm-hmm. So you should know that, just for the record. But we all know that Isagenix is a product and they don't offer the team community like we do. So what you're interested in doing is developing coaches, okay, and developing relationships. And what we're going to do is plug them into the Challenge Tracker app. It's already created, guys. So if you get a UK prospect, let me know. We'll make you an admin, and then you'll add your person, and it'll be very organized. Everybody will know who their person is. You will have their email already because you've got it on your Wufoo form. It will be all good to go. So that group will be a completely free group. They can post whatever they're doing. Okay, we're just introducing them to a group like situation where we offer motivation and so forth. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second email that you can send them talks about plugging in to our team. Okay, I have included our team Zoom call links so that if they want to, it is 12:30 at night at 8:30 here, but if they want to hop on our team calls, they can. They have that opportunity. And then what I always do is I always go ahead and take our team call recordings and I put them on YouTube, and then I post the recordings in our group. Well, I'm going to make a channel, and I'm going to have all of our team all of our team calls in our Team Legacy Challenge team channel, so that if they ever want to go back and reference any of our calls that we've had over the past 2.5 years, they can access everything. Okay. Again, the idea is to plug them into our team so they want to be a part of our amazing community. Okay. And the only way that is going to happen is through you and your level of excitement and your level of professionalism. Because remember, there are a lot of coaches out there, a lot of top coaches who are advertising themselves as the best, the top, an elite team. But what makes us different? We are an elite team. You guys know that we are an elite team. We are part of Team Perseverance, okay? But this team itself, Team Legacy, each and every one of you are capable.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Each and every one of you are capable of not just being part of an elite team, but being an elite team yourself. Each and every one of you. And it's just a matter of you pulling it on the inside and just acting that way and displaying it, and it will happen. Okay? It's that whole manifesting thing, guys. Believe it, and it will happen. So you want to be prepared for when we go live in the fall, and there's no date left. There's no date yet. The last email that you send to them is merely just, again, connecting them, asking them if they have any questions. By that time, maybe we'll have some more information, but you will have an email address, and you will have them in a separate list so that anytime you get UK updates, boom, you will be able to notify them first, okay? So you want to look at those documents that I have gone ahead and put together, change them, make them your own. If you like the verbiage, great. If you don't worry about it. But the idea is that not any one coach, this is something that bothers Stacey and I sometimes. A lot of times in Beachbody, you hear a lot of a lot of I'm elite, or I this, or I'm on the best team. This is about we, okay? Mm-hmm. We have the most amazing group right here, okay? And that's what I want you to talk about. One of the things I'm going to be sharing is our Team Legacy website. Our Team Legacy website is going to be revamped. There's a ton of pictures of our team. Each and every one of you are in those pictures. We want people to see that, okay? We want people to see that. Every diamond on this team earns their own landing page, okay? So there's incentive. If you don't know what a landing page is, it's like your own website, okay? So if you're a diamond on this team, you will get your own URL. You will have an automatic email. You'll have a page set up with your bio so that when you send people information, it's an email collector. It happens. So there's incentive. If you want this, it's already created, guys. Stacey and I invested a lot of time and money into this page already, and we did it for the team. However, if you want your spot on there, you have to earn it, okay? Because it's a tool. It's a tool that is, we want to make sure that everybody is using everything that we have available to them, okay? Anything else that I missed? Lindsay, anything else that I missed that we discussed last night? Coach sneak peeks, okay? This is so important, guys. It is so important for you to be inviting to our coach sneak peeks. We have one coming up this week. It's on Wednesday. It's Coffee Talk. It's at 10 a.m. If you don't know what the coach sneak peek is, speak to your coach right now. We go live in this group twice a month, and we talk all about what we do as coaches. We talk about who we are. We talk about what exactly we do in regards to running challenge groups, how we invite people, how we're proofs of the product. We talk about how we earn money. We talk about all the incentives and the rewards that are available to us. And then we talk about exactly how to get started. And then most importantly, why we do this. And it being passionate, it being about us being the best persons that we can be ourselves, and then we can overflow and inspire others. And so we really try and hone down. And guys, you can invite to this group. It's open all the time. It's just people might have to watch recordings, but we do go live every other week in it. So if you know somebody, and what a great week. We're in the last week of our challenge groups right now. How many of you have new challengers? Okay. So you know that
for when? For next month?
No, Wednesday. We're talking
gotcha.
talking about Coach Sneak Peek.
Gotcha.
So if you have a challenger
Boom.
right now, that challenger, there's probably been a video posted in your challenge group right now about the 3 levels of coaching and the next step. If they're still not clear about what it means to be a coach, tell them you're going to put them in that group. Right? Let them learn more about who we are. Let them hear us speaking from our hearts, not just seeing a sweaty picture of us, right? And inviting them to a group. That's what this is all about. It's about, I truly honestly feel that our team has connected so greatly and we are all on the same mission. So let them see us, speak to them. Typically we have, it's for an hour. 10 minutes is at each topic. And then we always have a new coach on it who discusses how they went from challenger to coach. And we love having that new person on the phone because they can give that immediate, raw feeling as to how simple it was or how wonderful it was. For example, Gina's coach, Julia, went live in our group last time. And she, by profession, is a health coach. She got a certificate and she is a certified health coach. And when she graduated with this, she was pretty much given a couple of business cards and sent out on her own, and she had no business model. And what she loves the most about all of Team Beachbody is that we are given a business model. We are given exactly what we need to do. We're given the trainings, we're given the support, we have the community to grow and do this together. And so that was her experience. Then we had Jessica Guzman also speak about how she went from challenger and how she was someone who we met on Instagram, and how she shared with everybody how Stacy introduced, her to his wife. And she, and so she talked about that experience and how she never knew that she could make such great friends with people that she'd never even met in person. And then of course she wanted to be a coach on this team because it was something that she had already been very passionate about. And so again, having these new challengers share their experiences is so very important. So if you ever know that you have somebody who's like new and, not afraid to talk about it, because again, we don't want to make anybody do anything that they don't want to do. We've always said that. We want you guys to enjoy this. If this becomes stressful to you, then you need to dial it back and work on yourself, right? It's not supposed to be stressful. This is supposed to be fun.
Just one more thing about the fanatical prospecting. Who here has seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street? No?
Yes.
Really?
It's the best movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Allie, you would love this movie.
And actually, I'm thinking of my oldest daughter right now because she's sort of in sales right now, if you will. But one of all right, whoever has seen the movie when they're rolling out the Steve Madden IPO, right? And so what is the one line that Leonardo says to his sales force?
I just remember
Yeah. But what does every single, person on the floor need to do in order to, prospect the...
I don't remember. Tell us.
It's a little different, and this may sound a little weird, but he says, pick up the phone and start dialing. What does that mean? It means to pick up your keyboard, start texting, add new friends, always add to your pipeline, because then it doesn't become stressful. If you know what the numbers are, to start the month, you're going to know how many conversations it's going to take for you to meet whatever goal you have, right? And believe me, we're talking a lot about business tonight. Shaun and I, first thing we do every morning, always Shannon's always in the morning, or maybe at nighttime, but we always put fitness first, right? That's what this is about. It's not just about prospecting. It's not just about successful points. It's not just about, earning whatever money that we make. Fitness comes first for us. Shakeology comes first for us. This is we're talking about this because this is a team call, right? But for those who are new, fitness comes first, right? I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there in terms of
he likes to be so PC.
But it's true, right?
The group right now.
But that's not PC. That. I'm so glad you said that, Stace. I don't mean to cut you off, Shannon, but like I've been thinking about that so much today. Is today's being a holiday. I've got a house full of people, and I'm thinking about my business, and I should be contacting them. And what's really important is I got my workout in.
Yep.
I had my Shakeology this morning, and I feel good. Period.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
You are.
That's it.
100%.
You are
Correct.
100% right, and you did not make an excuse because of all those other things.
Nope.
Right.
And you know what, guys? It is a holiday, right? It is a holiday. People sometimes don't want to be contacted on Mother's Day or Veterans Day or Memorial Day
by the way,
or Christmas.
You don't have to do it. I'm just saying, you don't have to be interrupting people's lives on a holiday. You're going to be doing other things for your business today, right? Like think about who you're going to
figuring out your UK hashtags.
Or thinking about who the people you're going to invite as a friend tomorrow, right? How many people, and I thought about this, as I listened to this book, including myself, how many people randomly friend request, right? Imagine if you took a half hour of your time before you went to bed to put a little time into a quote unquote quality friend request, like someone who's actually active, not just because Facebook suggested, oh, you've got 40 friends in common, but someone who's actually active on Facebook.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This way, you can, don't get me wrong, there's quantity and there's quality. If you were let's just say you send out 15 friend requests per day and they all were not active for the last 6 months. You probably have pretty low numbers, but let's just say 15 of those were active, a little more, like once a day, whatever. But anyway, to me, I am like having a really good time with this because this is, I love numbers and I love if I can figure out, I don't think there's some secret bullet of, oh, I've got the perfect script. I've got the perfect equation. But if I know an idea on average that it takes me 159 invites per month to hit success of 10, I'll do it. What?
I'm just laughing.
Oh.
All right, guys. So that was, I know it's a lot of information, but again, those are the things that are going on right now. Any questions? Yes, Lindsay.
Actually, I was going to look right now, so I might be answering my own question in a minute. But a sign-up doc, are we signing up on anything on Perseverance page for his group, and are we signing up on yours?
Okay, so I put there's a document for the Slim Possible group.
Okay.
Right? I think
Okay.
I did that. Did I?
I don't know. I'm looking right this second.
I think I did. If I didn't, then I dreamt it. And then
I had no phone all day, so I was more behind.
For the Shaun T group, for the Team Perseverance group, I posted the actual invitation. I created a Facebook event.
Right. I don't see a document, Shannon, but I could be just missing it.
I will fix that.
I just mean because since the Shaun T one is going to be all with Perseverance, do we have to sign anything on their page?
No. We will. We are responsible for adding our own people.
Okay. I do not see a document on oh, is that it?
No, he posted something.
There it is. I see it. It was just way down. Sorry.
I did or I didn't?
You did. It was just way down on the page.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's for our June.
That's this missions. Yes. Gotcha.
But I feel like David posted something maybe a week or two ago when it came to participation for Shaun Week, right? Did I make that up?
I'm not sure, but I was looking for a bro show episode 3 this weekend and I missed it. Let me see.
Really? I, however, was not looking for bro show.
Did anybody see a squirrel?
I was not looking for bro show. However, if I see it, Stace, I'm going to let you know if I see it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But I swear David or Kristen posted something about, maybe I might be.
You might be right. I haven't looked, but okay.
I'll look again.
I expect that whoever from our team who is participating has replied to the event, and whoever has replied to the event, I will personally add them to the group. If they have not replied to the event and they are somebody else's coach, for example, Lindsay, Ali, Kara, Gina, whoever you have, and they have not replied to my event, then I would expect that you would take responsibility for that. Okay. What I am going to be doing though in that event, I will be asking, I can access all of my coaches' emails. And I think can I get all of our downloads? But for example, I can't get your new prospects. So your new people, I'm not going to be able to add them to the Challenge Tracker app. So if you have new people, you're going to have to tell me so I can add them to it, because we are doing the Challenge Tracker. Okay. And is everybody doing the 3-day refresh? Everybody have theirs ordered?
Challenge Tracker just for tracking, everybody, not for interaction with the challenge group, but Challenge Tracker just for keeping track of Shakeology and workouts.
And stats and pictures.
And stats and pictures.
Yes, that is correct.
And then there's going to be a Facebook group as well for
engagement. Yep.
Okay, so just to clarify, because
it's very organized in the essence of nobody's going to be able to post to this group. They are only going to be able to comment. So your sweaty pictures will have to go under the comment section of where it says post here. And the reason for that is so that not every random 100 coach can post a video. And we've been actually applying that to many of our coaches. If anybody's noticed that they can't just post a video wherever, we've actually been applying that to like our Power of the Hearts group. We've been applying that to our coach sneak peek, because what happens is it just, people get lost in the news feed, and we don't want that to happen.
Melissa, we're actually doing it with the, and you've probably noticed because I've seen your comments in the clean eating group.
Right. Yeah. You're doing that.
Yeah, we can keep it all together. So we're not, because otherwise like people post meals or pictures, whatever, and we miss it. Whereas if they have a post where all of that is there, it's so much easier to keep track of.
So, Lindsay and Ali, are you guys doing, so for Laura and I in our challenge group, we had already kind of put out the word to our May challengers and the people that we're talking to for June that we were going to start June 12th versus we had been starting on the first Monday of the month. So
we're still doing that June 12th, and that will be the Mission Slim Possible challenge group, which will be another big challenge group, but it will not incorporate the 3-day refresh or the Shaun T week. Correct, Shannon?
Correct.
So that one will be starting on June 12th. That will be a 3-week group.
So we need clarification from our challengers as to whether or not they're going to be part of the Shaun T. And if they are, that is a separate group. And if they are not, and they're going to do whatever other program, they'll be part of that Slim challenge group. Correct?
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And the Shaun T one will be a 5-week as opposed to the June 12th one will be a 3-week.
So I was listening, but I wasn't listening. In terms of the next challenge group will be June 19th.
No.
So you weren't listening at all, but whatever. Go back to your fractions.
You go back and hang out with my husband, Stacy.
No, I'm just making sure. Anyone who doesn't want to do Shaun T week, when's the next challenge group start?
June 12th.
June 12th.
Got it. That's it. All right.
You never said no.
I understand that, but
So I think it's important when it comes to the Shaun T people, guys, because a 5-week group sounds, if you were to tell me as a new person that it was a 5-week group, I think I would be very intimidated.
Okay,
frankly.
week 1, ready?
Week 1 is prep. We need to make sure that they know that. Okay. Week 1 is not is making sure that everybody's comfortable, everybody's knowledgeable, everybody is reading their meal plan, getting to know their containers, getting to know how to use Beachbody on demand, and prepping their food. And that is so.
It's really a 4-week
I agree.
group. So it's
Thank
gone
you.
2 weeks. It's gone 2 weeks, and then the last 3 weeks they can do whatever program they want.
Great. I like that. I like saying we're going to prep for a week, and then we're going to rock it out with Shaun, and then 3 weeks, I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to kick ass.
Right. And so in the event page, Allie, the calendar that I created for Team Perseverance, that's it. It's in the event page.
Yeah. Got it.
so
Shannon,
Yes, Gina.
are you still cool, or did you still want us to join forces with the Slim Possible, our team and your team, and make it a big one?
That I believe that was our plan, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure you were still planning that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what date did you have to start the Dash to Diamond? Did you say?
Start on the 12th.
Everything's the 12th.
Everything is the 12th.
And then are you going to start a new Coach Basics too on the 12th? Like for the new people who aren't Dash to Diamond? Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's all Stacy.
I need some little advice here in terms of, we have the Coach Basics, and obviously majority of you know the way it runs, where we put together our videos. It seems like after the first week, people fall off the first weekend, right?
They do.
And so I need to understand, what can we do? What can I do if I'm going to run that group, right? What can I do to keep the engagement level high, right?
I don't think it's you, Stacy.
I know it's not me, but
Definitely not Stacy. What I think it is, and I've noticed the same thing. Technically, when we talk about Coach Basics, we say it's 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we consolidate it to 2?
Well, actually,
right now I'm only doing 12 days.
right now it's
Okay.
So here's how Coach
That's 2 weeks.
Here's how Coach Basics is set up. It's 12 days and then 10 days.
Right.
And so here, okay.
The concept is that if your people have made Emerald, okay?
No. You're just helping your first 2 to 3 customers, AKA you hit Success Club 5.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Like if
that's
somebody,
the goal of Coach Basics.
the goal is
Just
to
12
hit
days.
Success Club 5, okay, in their first month.
2 weeks. If you do those things, you should hit Success Club 5.
Right. Then the second 10 days is kind of a repeat.
If you haven't hit Success Club 5.
If you've ever gone, if you haven't gone through it, the topics are kind of repeated in a sort of different kind of way. So it's
week two, you're saying?
Week 3.
Week 3. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like 21 days, right? And so, but really it doesn't have to be 21 days. It can really just be 2 weeks.
I think honestly, what it's about is nothing personal against you, Stacy, running it at all. It's whether they're ready or not.
Right.
That's all it is. Because I had someone in it.
Coach, just do it in one day.
Right.
I just had a coach because I have a group.
Rambo.
Yeah, I have a group that I have just like that they can just go in. I have a Google Docs. They can go in and do it whenever they want. Right. And so I put her in that because you had already, that one was already started. And I'm like, just take your time, we'll talk about it. And she literally the next day was like, I'm done. I'm like, what do you mean you're done? So I think it's all about they're ready or they're not ready. I wish there was like a magic something that we could do, and maybe there is, but I just think it's like their mindset.
Lindsay, can you share, however, how you held her hand into that group?
I didn't. She asked me. She
Okay.
literally came to me. I don't even know how she found me. And she signed up as a coach. And then she said, because she's passionate about fitness anyway, that's in her nature. She's been like that her whole life. And she's like, all right, well, I want to get my shakes paid for right now. I was like, all right, so this is what you have to do. And so she said, is there any sort of training? Well, actually, we were supposed to have a call on, like, let's say on a Wednesday. She called me on Monday. She's like, can we do it tomorrow instead? Because I said, okay. And then she said, is there any sort of training? And I said, yes. And so I didn't do anything.
Where's my Lindsay Rambo? Where's mine?
Just did it. She completed.
You have to go out into the wild and ask.
Yeah.
I am manifesting Lindsay Rambos.
Again, it comes down to like you. Again, guys, people either want this or.
All right, I just want to make sure that however it's run, even though I'm in charge of it, quote unquote, that it seems like the last couple of groups, they haven't gone through it. I just want to make sure that you guys don't.
I do have one suggestion.
Yeah.
And it's actually very simple, but I noticed that each post wasn't labeled like
phase 1, day 2, like that.
Yes.
I actually removed that. Like I didn't want to say phase 1, day 1. I can definitely put it back.
I think it was just even me going back and looking at it, it was confusing because I was like, oh, I don't know what day this is.
Well, not only that, I think the phases throw me off.
Okay.
I'm big on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4.
We'll just do day 1, right? And day X, whatever. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And again, like I didn't schedule this month. It got away from me, and so
whatever, Stacy. You were in Asia. That's whatever. It's fine.
So
I was kidding.
So again, our website, right? Guys, there's a section for all the training as well. So for people who want to just go someplace and just do it, they can do that. Okay. And they can do that right now. Everybody should know the password. It's Legacy Team USA, right?
Really?
Team Legacy, capital TEAM, capital L, Legacy USA. That's the password to get into any of the training on the website. So, guys, you have to want this, but you have to trust the process, just like you did your fitness journey. And if you're not working on yourself and you're not working on your mind and you're just getting, listen, we all get frazzled. That's okay. But the focus has to be on people, right? And yeah, I'm not worrying about anything really, because it's all going to happen. It's happening right now, right? It's happening to each and every one of you, no matter where you are in your business. It's happening right now. And we've been saying that for a really long time. And you want to know something? Y'all are still here. So it means you're still here for a reason, okay? It's going to happen. We don't want to miss this boat for the UK, though, honestly, okay? So please, 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 if you need help putting things into place, I'm giving you everything that I have, okay? I don't know how to spoon feed you any more information than I have been giving myself. It's a matter of each and every one of us taking massive action, and not being told, nobody should need to be told what to do. It's one thing if you have questions. I'll give you for example. Last week, Team Perseverance Diamonds had a call, and there was all of this, do this, do that, and do this, and how exciting this all is. I had to get off that call, and I said, okay, here's what I'm doing. What else can I do? What else should I be doing? Am I missing something? What's going on?
Yeah. The actions are the same. The interpretation of how you do it is up to you.
So
right?
I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. So it's a matter of trusting the process. And I was actually told to get an assistant because I'm doing too much.
Yeah.
Go figure. But the key is actually, this is why I was told to get an assistant is because we must be taking the time with the people who deserve our time. Okay? The people who are showing up in your challenge groups deserve your time. The people who are showing up on team calls, the people who are showing up in your business, the people who are hitting Success Club deserve your time. Okay? So, guys, people who are doing the training, they deserve your time. Okay? We have to help those folks get to where they want to go. But if people don't ask, they don't receive, right? So you can't worry about carrying someone along. In other words, people have got to want to do this. You can't force anybody. You know, you can't. Okay. You might want, and this is something that I want this so badly for each of you. I really do. There's nothing more that I want for each and every one of you because I know so many of your goals, but I can't do it for you. I'm trying to do it for myself.
That's true.
I mean,
right?
You know, but I can tell you everything that I'm doing. And I am working really hard, but it's because I love it. I really do. Right. And I know it's so late. It's almost 10 o'clock. We've gone way over, but any questions, any last things, anything anybody wants?
I have one question. The basics training that you said you could get off the website and the password was Team Legacy USA. What is that website again?
TeamLegacyFitness.com.
That's right. Okay.
It's also on TeamBeachBody.com under news and training when they log in.
Well, without our
the
videos,
only difference,
yeah.
The only difference between the corporate training and our training is that it's our faces.
Yeah.
So
Which I think is nice.
It's the exact same training, Melissa, that Stacy is doing right now and that we have in our team page too. It's the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So
And the next one starts, I just mean for people that are off time, like Darlene was off. She wasn't able to log. So when's your next group start, Stacy?
the 12th.
And there'll be
second.
That's the set, yeah.
No. Oh, the 12th?
June
We're starting
12th.
the 12th? It's always the first Monday of the month.
It's always June 12th. It's always in line with the challenge groups. It's June 12th.
Okay.
I guess June 12th.
We tried to keep it very simple. Everything starts on the same day.
June 12th. There'll be a, what do you call it? Call. Sort of a an expectations call.
A getting started right call is actually.
Getting started right, an expectations call.
Yep, June 6th is the getting started right call. Right. As a team. So you might do.
So any new coach.
You might do a getting started right call with them one-on-one, but this is more of a getting started right call as a group. We're going to show them Jeff Hill's video. We're going to make sure that we know what level coaching they want to be at. If they want to share any of their little goals, they can. They're going to kind of get acquainted to the people in which they're going to be in training with, and we're going to set those expectations as to what.
And I would even say it's for people who are not interested in the training. It's just any coach that you've signed over the last month, right? That
getting on the getting started right call, absolutely.
Yeah.
They may not want.
They may say, "Wow, there's training, and I would love to." You know what I mean? Like you don't know what a person's interest is. People's interests change all the time, right?
Don't hold, I guess what Stacy's saying is don't hold back and assume that people don't want the opportunity. Right. Yeah. You should always offer everything that you know about this team, everything. And you don't have to apologize for it being overwhelming. You know how overwhelming it is because it's you went through it too. And it's just like starting a new job. It's like that first day where you were like filling all this paperwork and being showed like you're being introduced to all these people and you're never going to remember anybody's name. And then, 6 months down the road, you're fine, and you feel comfortable. Or 2 weeks after your first week at work, you feel much better. You're saying hi to people and you're getting acquainted, but you don't know until you fully emerge. And that's, I think, the difference between being honest with people up front about this also being about a business. Just take pride in it, take pride in it and be professional about it, because it's something you should be proud of and you take seriously. So why wouldn't you want them to take it seriously? Don't apologize for it being an intimidating thing. Just be excited about it. They're going to feed off of your energy. So, so that's June 12th, Melissa. Missy.
June 12th.
Missy. All right. Anything else, anybody? No.
June 12th.
You're so cute. It's okay. You're in a different time zone right now, babe. I forgive you. All right, guys. I will actually be posting that our team calendar. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I will post the June team calendar to the coaches page that will say when all of these starting dates are. Right now, the May calendar is still up, but I will post that.
Or your assistant will.
My assistant. I'm interviewing. I wish. All right, guys. All right. Have a good night. Bye.